Did you know that the security token and tokenized asset secondary markets have reached a global market cap of a whopping $15 billion? That's right, folks. We're talking about the same amount as the GDP of Iceland. Now, if you're scratching your head wondering what on earth tokenization is, let me break it down for you. It's like turning physical assets into digital ones. Imagine having a tiny piece of the Eiffel Tower or a smidgen of the Mona Lisa right in your digital wallet. That's the magic of tokenization. In the year 2023, the tokenization of assets is not just a buzzword anymore. It's a full-blown revolution. Major banks like Goldman Sachs, UBS, HSBC, and ABN AMRO are all on board, issuing digital bonds and upgrading their licensing to support digital assets. The forecasted value of real-world assets by 2030 is expected to reach $16 trillion. You heard that right, $16 trillion. Now let that sink in for a second. On-chain analytics reveal that $3 billion worth assets have already been tokenized. Why, you ask? It brings in efficiencies in payments and settlements. DTCC worked on the digital dollar in 2022. Tokenization will significantly bring democratized finance and broader investment opportunities to everyone through fractional investments in assets, not just within the United States, but globally. But the revolution doesn't stop at just banks. Boutique banks, broker-dealers, and even the re-entered Jefferies are all joining the party. Tokenization is a game changer, and everyone wants a piece of the action. And it's not just about owning a piece of art or landmark. Tokenization is infiltrating money markets and treasuries too. We're talking about a whopping $650 million worth of tokenized money markets and treasuries. These aren't just digital assets. They're low-risk, yield-generating opportunities. But wait, there's more. Tokenization is also driving awareness in sustainability measurement and tracking. It's like having your cake and eating it too. But in this case, the cake is a sustainable future, and the eating is the potential for a hefty return on investment. So, if you've been dreaming about buying a tiny piece of the Eiffel Tower, tokenization might just be your golden ticket. But remember, you might need to fight off a few million other token holders for the best picnic spot. Now, imagine this. You're a modern-day prospector panning for digital gold in the river of tokenized assets. Sounds exciting, doesn't it? And why wouldn't it be? We're in the midst of a digital gold rush, folks. The tokenization of assets is taking the investment world by storm. Major banks like Goldman Sachs, UBS, HSBC, and ABN AMRO are issuing digital bonds, and even boutique banks are upgrading their licenses to support these digital gems. Tokenized real estate debt and equities is estimated at US $640 trillion. Tokenized repo transactions come in at about US $8 trillion. Based on data from September 2023, tokenized primary issuance in 2024 is estimated to be US $94 billion. Secondary token. Secondary market cap is about US $15 billion. But let's take a step back and put on our humor hats for a moment. Picture yourself as a digital prospector, sifting through data streams instead of dirt, picking out tokens instead of nuggets. It has a certain ring to it, doesn't it? Like being part of a futuristic Western movie. But just like the gold rushes of yore, this digital scramble comes with its own set of challenges. Yep, you heard it right. Not everything that glitters in the digital river is gold. There could be potential pitfalls and risks. Remember, even in the world of tokenized assets, it's not all rainbows and unicorns. There are glittery rocks masquerading as gold. For instance, consider the market cap of security token and tokenized asset secondary markets. It's reached a whopping $15 billion globally. Another prominent example that brings this reality to financial advisors, RIAs, and the wealth management industry is Securitize. They partnered with OnRamp Invest with the objective of enabling alternative investments along with digital assets. But with great rewards come great risks, right? You need to be aware of the market volatility, regulatory uncertainties, and the complexities of digital assets. And let's not forget the technological risks. You don't want to be the guy who lost his digital gold because he forgot his password or fell victim to a cyber attack. But hey, don't let these challenges deter you. Remember, even in the original gold rush, the prospectors who struck it rich were those who were well prepared, did their research, and took calculated risks. The same principles apply to the digital gold rush. So do your homework, stay informed, and tread carefully. But beware, folks, just like in the olden days, not every shiny object you find in the river is gold. Some might just be glittery rocks. So, do your research or you might end up with a handful of fool's gold. You've heard of invisible ink, right? Well, let's talk about invisible risks. They're like invisible ink, but instead of revealing a secret message, they might just empty your bank account. Now, we're not saying that investing in tokenized assets is like walking into a haunted house blindfolded, but it does have its share of invisible risks that can sneak up on you if you're not careful. Picture this. You're a cat, and these risks are like a laser pointer. You think you've got it, but then, poof, it's gone. It's up on the wall, the ceiling, and oh, now it's in your face. For starters, there's the issue of volatility. The value of tokenized assets can fluctuate wildly, much like a caffeinated squirrel on a sugar rush. One day you're on cloud 9, the next you're deep in the trenches. It's like a roller coaster ride, but you didn't sign up and there's no safety bar. At the moment, the near-term goal seems to be to move stablecoin and cryptocurrency holders into tangible traditional investment products that will be fully on-chain. Money markets and treasuries are the low-hanging fruit to help consumers get familiar, while the industry builds robust and secure solutions on the alternative options. Then there's the risk of hacking. Yes, even in the world of tokenized assets, there are cyber bandits lurking around. Imagine them as invisible pirates, eye patches and all, ready to snatch your digital treasure chest. And let's not forget the regulatory risks. Ever tried to build a sandcastle while the tide is coming in? That's what it can feel like trying to navigate the ever-changing regulations of tokenized assets. So how do you protect yourself from these invisible risks? Well, it's all about doing your homework. You wouldn't buy a house without inspecting it, right? So why invest in tokenized assets without understanding them? Research, and then research some more. And remember, the market can be as unpredictable as a cat on a hot tin roof. So it's crucial to stay informed and keep an eye on trends and developments. As they say, knowledge is power. Lastly, never put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify your investments. You wouldn't eat only pizza for the rest of your life, would you? So why put all your money in one place? Remember, folks, in the world of tokenized assets, knowledge is your best friend and caution is your trusted sidekick. Together, they might just save you from an invisible catastrophe. Scene script. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts. We're about to take a quick trip to the future. Imagine a world where your favorite Banksy painting, your buddy's vintage car, even that coveted beachfront property all could be bought, sold, and traded as easily as sending a text message. Welcome to the future of finance, my friends, where the tokenization of assets is not just a reality, but the new normal. Now let's inject some humor here. Imagine, if you will, a world where you can own a slice of the Eiffel Tower. Sounds absurd, right? But with tokenized assets, it's a possibility. You might not be able to hang it in your living room, but hey, you'll have some bragging rights. The future of tokenized assets is not just about making the inaccessible accessible. It's about creating a more equitable financial system, one where small investors can participate alongside the big fish. It's about bringing liquidity to traditionally illiquid markets, like real estate and fine arts. Now, let's not get carried away in this digital utopia. There are challenges ahead. Regulation is a big one. It's like the Wild West out there, with different countries having different rules. But as we've seen before, when there's value, regulation tends to follow. Then there's the issue of security. Remember, anything digital is susceptible to hacking. And let's not forget about the volatility. One day you're up, the next you're down. It's not for the faint-hearted, I tell you. But despite these challenges, the potential of tokenized assets is immense. It's like standing at the edge of a brave new world where everything can be tokenized, from your grandma's secret apple pie recipe to the rights to your favorite song. The possibilities are endless. So there you have it, folks. The future is bright, shiny, and tokenized. But remember, even in the future, it's important to read the fine print. So you've made it to the end of our journey. Now comes the big question: to tokenize or not to tokenize? Let's take a quick stroll down memory lane and revisit the key points we've covered. We've witnessed the astonishing revolution of the assets, how they've evolved from tangible to digital like a caterpillar morphing into a butterfly. Well, a very rich gold-plated butterfly, that is. We've seen how tokenization has been embraced by major banks, boutique banks, and broker-dealers. And let's not forget the digital gold rush, where tokenized money markets and treasuries surpassed $650 million in assets under management. Sounds like Scrooge McDuck's money bin, doesn't it? We've also explored the invisible risks, the boogeymen lurking in the shadows of this digital revolution. Remember, not all that glitters is gold. Sometimes it's just a cleverly disguised risk, ready to pounce when you least expect it. But hey, no risk, no reward, right? And then we painted a picture of the future of finance, a world where tokenized assets could potentially dominate. It's like stepping into a sci-fi movie, only this time it's real. And it's happening right in front of our eyes. But now, it's decision time. Do you want to be part of this digital revolution? Do you want to ride the wave of the future, or would you rather stick to your traditional investment methods? Keep in mind, though, while tokenization of assets might seem like the golden ticket to financial success, it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. It's like buying shoes. You wouldn't buy a pair without trying them on first, right? Make sure to do your own research, consult with experts, and most importantly, trust your instincts. Whatever you decide, remember folks, in the world of tokenized assets, fortune favors the brave, but it also smiles on the well-informed. So stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay tuned for more.